Why do they continue to fudge long-term care numbers? Oh my goodness, this is so freaking frustrating, dude. All right, so I'm working on my book, Reverse RMD, and I'm freaking loving it, man. I'm back at Duncan, freaking crushing. Everybody's crushing. Toyota Tacoma, Georgia plays crushing. And I'm just, so part of my premise is, everyone says, what about healthcare? If I spend too much on the front end of my retirement, I'm going to be, basically broke by the time healthcare comes. And the whole thing is just, there's some of that, but it's the way people consider that they are likely to be subject to long-term care costs that's going to bankrupt them is way out of proportion to reality. So I'm trying to look at this. So I'm looking at the number of people that are actually in assisted living. There's basically 800,000 people in assisted living. 800,000. You know how many people there are over the age of 65? What did I come up with? I think it was like, check this out. It's crazy. 62 million Americans over the age of 65 right now, amigos. 62. So if I take my trusty calculator, let me hold on just a second, and I say we got 800,000 in assisted living, 800 divided by, I don't even know how to do this, 62 million? That'd be 60, I don't even, like 60, I'll just do the whole thing. 800,000, let me pause it so you don't have to watch me hunt and pass. That means we got 1.3% of the 65-year-old population is in assisted living home right now. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is assisted living. So what happens is you're in an assisted living facility. You can basically, you go from independent living, which is you're on your own, to assisted living where you need help with a couple things, transferring, bathing, whatnot. But you don't need full-time care necessarily. You kind of do, but you kind of don't. So they call that assisted living. We're here to assist you, Grandma. Then you go to skilled care. About 60% of the people in assisted living go to skilled care. So you get 800,000 people in assisted living, of which 60% of them go to skilled care. That's like dementia, where you need 100% coverage. It's not just dementia, by the way. I'll do another video where I show you what else is in skilled care. It's crazy. But anyway, and so that's about 480,000 people. So we got basically 500,000 people that transfer from assisted living to long-term care. So we take those people, that gives us a total amount of people that are in nursing homes, about 1.3 million. Does that make sense? And that includes assisted living and skilled care, 1.3 million. So 1.3 million out of an old population of 62 million. That's not very probable it's going to happen to you. But it gets worse, dude. This is what freaking ticks me off. Check this out. By the way, we'll see high blood pressure, and high blood pressure is the number one reason people are in assisted living facilities. Alzheimer's is why people go to skilled care, but I just read someplace, I don't think I have it up here anymore, that said depression, 48% of the people in skilled care are depressed. So you got high blood pressure. You can deal with high blood pressure, just get some exercise, dude. You can deal with depression. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's easy. I know people I don't know have depression, but there are medication. There are ways to help with your depression for sure. I don't deal with depression. I deal with freaking, what's the other word? Hyperness and a quick temper, hot-headed. And reading my Proverbs, it's not good to be hot-headed, but I am. Always have been. Always, hopefully, won't be. Which is why I take Lexapro. How dare you take Big Pharma? Yeah, I like Lexapro. It literally just cuts a little bit, which I'm grateful for. Thank you, science. But then you can see diabetes. Most people can deal with diabetes by eating a better carnivore diet. Not all of them, but most people can. Heart disease, that's different. I don't know anything. I mean, I follow my man Dr. Thomas Cowan on heart disease, but I'm not smart enough to be able to comment on that. But anyway, a lot of this stuff you can deal with on your own with just better habits for sure. I'm not making light of people who are depressed. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not making light of people who have high blood pressure. I'm not. I'm just saying, are you encouraging that high blood pressure with your diet? All right, but that's not what I want to talk about. So what I want to talk about is this guy. Was it this guy? Yes. All right, so this freaking takes me off, dude. This is, when is this dateline? I have cameras. 2024. And this freaking this is from Single Care. It just infuriates me. All right, so right here, we're going to come down here. Hold on just a second. Of the 3.9 million Americans receiving skilled care, right, receiving care in a skilled nursing facility. But Josh, you said only 1.2 million was. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Of the 3.9 million Americans receiving care in a skilled nursing facility, 78% received long-term care for 100 days or more. 78% will see, and that's in 2015, even though this is from 2024, this blog. So 78% were long-term care over 100 days. And the 100 days is meaningful because that's what Medicare stops kicking in, by the way. That's why 100 days is important. So you think, wow, I mean, so you're literally, your third saw is out over 100 days. That's a lot. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Check this out. So I'm looking at this number right here, and I say, okay. So we got 3.9 million people receiving assisted living care, skilled care at some point. 22% were short stays. 100% were over 78 days, 100 days or more. 78% were 100 days or more. All right. Huh. So then we come down here. This is so freaking stupid. Oh my goodness. So 8% were there for just 0 to 30 days. All right. 16% were there for 31 to 50 days. All right. 44% were there for 51 to 100 days. 44%. It was only 68% that were over. I mean, it's only 32% that were actually greater than 100 days. 32%. Less than 1 in 3 were greater than 100 days, which means Medicare covered the bulk, if not all of it. Look at Buggy. Hey, Buggy. I don't like to kill bugs. And only 87% of the beds were even occupied. Now, this is from 2015, but whatever. But 78% were 100 days or more, but only 32% were over 100 days. So they're taking this right here. They're 100 days or more. They're using, I hope this makes sense. It's actually 32% should be the number right here, over 100 days. But instead they're taking, 100 days, that's 78%. You see how they're skewing that? They're fudging the numbers. It's either 78% 100 days or more, or 32% 101 days or more. Does that make sense? 44% were 51 to 100 days, so in that case you could say 68% of the people were less than 101 days, which means the vast majority were covered significantly by Medicare. So 3.9 million were in short-term or post-acute rehabilitation and long-term care. 68% of 3.9 million, take our trusty calculator, 68%, I got 3.9 million, that's 390,000, 3.9 million, it looks like, yeah, times 0.68. That means over 2.5 million of those 3.9 million were gone by day 101, which is when Medicare stops. But they don't. Why would you do that? Why would you show 100 days or more when your last? You show 101 days or more because they gotta scare people. Anyway, so doggone frustrating. I just want to freaking. This is insanity, man. Why they do that? All right, love to your thoughts. Stay tuned for my book. It'll be ready by the end of this. Probably not this quarter. It'll be ready though by the end of the year. Pinky promise. God bless.